looky here. It's the Pat and JT podcast.
Pat and JT podcast.
402-403-9478. Texts, voicemails, everything from you guys. Love getting them. It's Pat and JT everywhere on social media. We also love talking to you guys through that too. Thanks for listening to our podcast.
Absolutely. And definitely can reach out to us on social media. Love when you guys do that. Had one that I wanted to grab real quick, which harkens back a few episodes when you mentioned the fact that you were laughing in your sleep.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Is that the new thing you started doing?
Yeah. Well, I've done it twice.
You laughed in your sleep?
I guess. I maybe have done it more, but that's the times that Beth's been awake and heard it.
No. Abby said that her husband laughed really hard in his sleep last year. I mean, this is something that obviously it shook her. And she said, I woke up with a, babe, WTF.
Right.
And woke him up because she said it freaked me out. He said he had a funny dream. And he still laughs about the dream to this day. She says, I don't find it one bit funny.
No.
It's not at all funny.
No, it's
but
messed
scared
up.
her to death. So
It's messed up.
Thank you for writing with that, Abby.
Beth feels your pain, Abby. I'm sure.
Poor Beth.
I know.
On so many
just
levels.
on so many just
So
a
many
kind of a
levels.
blanket statement.
So see, and that was off Facebook. So again, Facebook, all social media, you can reach us. Or the text messages, which we're going to check in with right now.
402-403-9478. First one came from, it says, Bambi, critique my video, please. Obviously spam. Not going to do that, Bambi.
You didn't click on that?
Didn't. As a matter of fact. Literally came in and critique my video. What?
Critique my video.
I see your thumbnail. And then this one. And let's see. What the only thing I don't like about the text messages is you got to say your name because it's just your phone number, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know your name. It's kind of a bummer. But anyway, we're talking about when we're holding doors open for people at stores and they say thank you, don't say thank you.
Yeah.
Do you say thank you when somebody holds the door open for you?
See, that's the thing. And somebody had written in, if you're doing it for the thank you, you're doing it for the wrong reason. I'm not doing it for the thank you. It's just I notice.
Yeah, I notice when they don't.
We were just calling attention, I guess, to the fact that you notice when somebody doesn't.
Yeah. This one says, regarding to holding the door open for other people, my standard move is especially when there's two-door situation.
Yeah.
They hold the first one for her. She'll open it for the next one for them. And I've done that before. It's kind of like a little revolving thing. You open the door for them. Yeah, it's just kind of a back and forth. That's
right.
Nice. She says her kids were also trained by their school to be door holders, which is kind of cool. The adults always think it's really cute when the kids hold the door open for everybody.
Yeah.
True. And they'll sit there for hours.
They'll stay forever. They don't care.
Forever. The other day, somebody pulled my trick on my kids. My kids held the door open for them. He's only 6. And then when the man held the door open for him, I said, thank you very much to the door holder.
See,
that's very nice.
That's a Cracker Barrel move because they have the double doors.
Yeah.
And you go through. So you got the first door, you hold the door open for somebody, they walk through, they hold the door open for you, you walk through.
It's very respectful.
I like that.
Very American. Let's see. So happy for the text option. This is from Beth.
Okay.
She says one of her pet peeves, things drive her nuts. She has like URN. She hates URNs. I didn't know what that was.
Okay.
But unnecessary repetitive noises. So it's like you. Ice crunching, pen clicking.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. You'd love Pat.
Yeah, I do a lot of those. I do a lot of unnecessary, repetitive. Even if it's necessary, repetitive is annoying.
It doesn't matter. Repetitive is annoying. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so funny is we're working and when he's working, he's got his headphones on. And sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And if I don't, I have them on for a reason. And that's because then I don't have to hear the URNs at all.
And my mouse is loud. So the clicking of the mouse, mice clicking, does that bother you?
Click a lot.
I click a lot and I hit my keyboard's loud.
I think you do. That's funny because you always have though.
I'm a keyboard beater. I teach that spacebar a lesson. Yeah. Pow!
Every time. It's
do.
almost like you drop the mic on it every time.
I do. Poof. It's just, I'm trying to do it quick and just go, get it done.
Oh my God. All right. Before we do this, we've got a special guest that we talked to, and Comicon in San Diego was just held this last week. And we'll touch on this as well when we talk to her, but Comicon is for everybody because if you watch TV shows like, and I think we've mentioned that Westworld, you watch gosh, I can't. Game of Thrones, any of those things, you're part of this. And they had kind of an interesting showdown that happened. There were some people that no showed, and then there were big surprises that happened as well. So Gigi joined us. She's a listener of the show and then a listener of the program now, and really appreciate it because she is a super nerd and she loves the Comicon. And so we thought, you know what, how better than to have her come in and talk to us. So we're going to throw it to her. First, though, want to say thank you to Kugler Vision. They support our podcast, and we so appreciate that.
Yeah.
Matt Schick's going to be on episode 161. Don't miss that because he's back in town. He came in, about a few weeks ago and had his eyes done at Kugler Vision, had the procedure done. No glasses, Matt, and super excited for him to come in and be on the episode with us. Just like Matt, get online, kuglervision.com. Check out the procedures tab, and then you'll see the consultation tab.
Super easy. Super. And when they ask where you heard, it's the Pat and JT podcast. There's an option there, or the other, just write it in. We appreciate that, and they appreciate knowing where it came from.
Get rid of the glasses, get rid of the contacts. Kuglervision.com. So Gigi, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You betcha. All right, so 50th anniversary.
Absolutely.
Big to do.
Big to do.
All right, so what did you take away? Overview, was it a success?
San Diego Comic-Con is always a success.
Okay.
Even if the big players like DC Comics don't show up with their movies that are coming out.
Let's just talk about, there were a couple of no-shows that did happen at this, and obvious no-shows.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So who...
But we knew going in that DC wasn't bringing in Wonder Woman 2020 or 1984.
Is it because of a beef or because they weren't ready to
I don't think they're
it?
ready to promote it yet. We've gotten very little on that movie.
Interesting. Because now at the same time, hold on, I got to go look. Isn't, who is it that's Thor? The
Chris
whole deal?
Hemsworth.
And what's the new movie that's coming out? There was the one, I got to find this. I know I sound like I'm like reaching for straws. I am.
Thor 4?
Yes.
Right. With Natalie Portman coming back.
That was a surprise. That was a surprise.
Absolutely
right,
a surprise.
for everybody to see Natalie Portman showed up on stage. So, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, well, she trash talked Marvel so bad after Thor 2 that nobody thought they'd ever see her again. In fact, for
what did she say? Trash talk how?
Well, she wasn't happy with Thor 2 and how her character was treated and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But so nobody expected her to come back. When they used footage of Jane Foster in Endgame, they used clips that they hadn't used in Thor 2 from that movie to put her in there. So everybody was quite surprised when she came out. And
they said, they showed her. Okay, so she played Jane Foster in Thor: Love and Thunder, and she will finally take the mantle of the mighty Thor. And then also you had two-time Oscar winner Mahershala Ali,
who is going to be in the Blade remake.
Daywalking vampire killing Blade. And I'm all for that. Are you torn?
I'm torn because I loved Wesley Snipes as Blade.
Yeah, I do
so
too.
I'm torn.
I think they can both. There's
love
room
that
for
they're
both.
going to do it. I'm just a little torn on, do I really want to see a new person?
I hear you though, because anytime they do remakes or they replace a character, people have an attachment, and I know we've seen some of the arguments in some of the other movies when they're talking about a female James Bond. And it's like everybody's like, oh, you can't do that. That's not how that's not how it's supposed to be. Right?
I'm not going to get into that whole argument because I just go,
it's like just
bang my head.
But like the same way with Little Mermaid, when they were talking about, because Little Mermaid's always been a white actress, and so they were talking about having a person of color play this, and oh my God, they said there's such uproar. I haven't seen the uproar from it personally, but I'm excited for it.
You weren't on Twitter the day the news broke, were you?
I didn't see that. I was
everywhere.
Because I'm like, all I saw was people. I saw people who were on the side of it saying, "Oh my God, all of my friends hate me because I'm for this," and I'm like, I don't see your friends yelling at you. I'm not sure. I just didn't see the uproar. But if you say there was, I'll believe you because I'm not following the same people you do. Obviously. Right. Okay. So back to where we were. All right.
I don't know. I don't understand when they we should be used to switching characters out now by the number of Batmans we've had, the number of Spider-Mans we've had. It's the character and it's an actor, and I know we get attached to an actor, but it's like we've had so many of these characters. You can't have Wesley Snipes as Blade because, well, I think he's in jail for fondling somebody.
He was tax evasion.
Or whatever, allegedly. But like, if that would be the case, we could keep him forever. But it doesn't look as good in the suit.
From what he tweeted, I'm thinking he'll be a part of it.
That'd be good.
And that's cool.
Yeah. I don't know if he'll be on screen or executive producer or what he's doing, but he'll be a part of it.
I can see what you're saying too, Pat. As far as people they get it's a character and they get attached to the actor.
Yeah.
And on top of it, they're not real.
Right.
Well, my daughter is furious about the new Batman casting. She's like, I'm not seeing it. No way. Sparkling vampires do not belong being Batman.
Yeah. Well,
I have my issues with that one too, but I'm going to give it a chance. Because, I mean, how many different Batmen have we had now?
a ton.
Like 7 or 8?
Yeah, a ton of them.
And each one surprised me. Each one had redeeming qualities.
Right.
I'll go with that. Okay, so winners. And I'm just going to go through some of these things. These are things I found online. You tell me what you thought about these things.
Okay.
Expanse. I'm a fan.
I don't have time to watch that one. My son said to me, Mom, this is something we should probably put on the to watch list.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, where do we fit it in?
Right.
Oh, no kidding. I'm a fan. And the thing is that the show went away and it didn't have a home. And just so you all know, it found a new home with Amazon Prime. And they announced the date, the new release date coming up. Let's see. Yeah. December 13th. That's my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Well, happy birthday to you.
So we got that one. Netflix has a new TV show called The Witcher.
Oh, that looks good.
Henry Cavill.
Yeah. Saw the preview. It looks good.
Interesting. Is it kind of a? It's not. It's obviously
That was the chair, by the way. I
warlock?
didn't just pass gas.
Did you just toot?
No, it was the chair. I just forgot to throw that out there in case anybody heard that.
They oh God. They say it is dark and sexy, and of course Henry is both of those. It looks like it could be kind of good.
It looks like it's going to be very good. My son, who played the game, was a little apprehensive. But
Did
when
not
he
know
saw-
it came from a game.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
I had no idea either.
See, there you go. That's
When
it.
he saw the preview, he was like, okay, we can watch that one.
That's funny.
Star Trek, Picard.
Oh, Picard.
The trailer.
Picard.
I was like, that was awesome.
All the feels.
Yeah.
Data. 7 of 9.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm in, and I'm not buying CBS All Access just to watch it.
No, that makes me so mad because I want to watch the Good Fight,
Yeah.
that TV show that came from The Good Wife.
Yeah.
It's on CBS All Access. I'm just being stubborn.
And
But
what-
if I
how-
have 2 or 3 or 4 shows on
Then
there,
you're good.
Then I'll go.
Then you're ROI. What is how much is it a month for CBS?
I'm
Do
not
you know?
sure.
Like $5.
But
$5.
I already have to get the new Disney streaming service because all the new
Right.
Marvel
Now,
stuff is going to be
you know
on there.
what?
The new Star Wars stuff is
Which
going
is
to be
brilliant
on
on
there.
Disney's part.
You bring up a good
Right.
point, though. This is detrimental to Netflix. They're saying that Netflix has one of the articles it said they have 175 days left, and that's when Disney pulls everything.
Yep.
And Disney has their own streaming channel,
Which
now.
they should.
They should because they own all this material. So all of a sudden, Netflix doesn't have all that stuff, and I think it's losing Friends. And
The Office isn't going to
The
be on
Office
there.
isn't going to be on there.
Right, because Universal's getting their own streaming
Yes.
service.
Right.
See, all of a sudden the light bulb went off. All these companies that were like, how can we compete with Netflix? It's like, build your own.
Mhm. So now they are. Yeah.
Right?
And it's
Pretty soon you're not going to need cable because everything's going to be available streaming.
yeah. I haven't had cable for over a year now. You've been for a few years.
Yeah.
I haven't missed it not one time.
The only channel I can't get on my regular service, which I use Hulu primarily,
Right.
is Paramount. And Paramount has Yellowstone, which is the Kevin Costner show. And I love that show. And so I finally pulled the plug because I realized I could buy it. I can get it on Amazon Prime. It does cost extra, but it costs less than the service that I was paying in order to get that one channel. So
Once you cut cable, you realize how many channels you really didn't watch. Like I have less than 5 channels that I watch constantly all the time. So if you look at that, and,
Bravo. What else?
wherever the Gaineses are, HG, HGTV, E every once in a while, Fox.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah. That's
Speaking of
ESPN.
Fox,
Yeah.
911 coming back.
Oh, is it really?
Yep.
I like that show.
I
911.
know you do. That's
Connie
why
Britton.
Oh.
Not
she
Connie-
was on the first season.
the first season, but you think of her, but she's and it's they plugged other actresses and actors in
Yeah.
as the main character for each season.
September 23rd.
Awesome. That's a good show.
cool. Okay.
That's a very good show. Thank you for that. Let's talk Game of Thrones.
I watched
What
the panel.
happened?
So they got booed at Comicon?
Well, the cast didn't get booed. The fact that the two showrunners were supposed to be there and pulled out the day before.
They knew
Got
what was
booed.
coming.
Yeah.
People were mad because of the last season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're right. They ended up throwing, they kind of just like threw him to the sharks and said, okay, here's the cast. Bye. And they ran the other direction. And so the cast was left to answer the questions.
Right. And the cast, I thought, did a really good job.
Kind of face the.
And people are
face the
smart enough
music.
to know that it wasn't the cast decision on any
Right.
of it. They're just the actors. So they and the cast know that they know it's not their fault.
You know, there was even a thing, I think there was a change.org petition that was put up
There was.
to redo season 8 with
Unbelievable.
with competent writers.
I don't think it was the writers. I think it was the showrunners.
Okay, and that's why they didn't show up.
Yeah.
They knew they were going to get asked some difficult questions.
Now, if anybody wants to go back and see the majority of the panels, Variety's YouTube channel has them up. So
okay.
if
Oh, that's good.
If you're
Okay.
interested in seeing what's going on, Variety has the majority. And all you have to do is go onto YouTube and search San Diego Comic-Con 2019 Hall H.
Yeah, there's and really there are some really good pieces that are written about it and about some of the stuff that was going on at Comic-Con, because a lot of these shows, they're more mainstream than they used to be. A lot of the shows have penetrated into the regular market.
Yeah.
You know, like your Westworlds.
Right.
They said the Westworld panel was great. No problems, no issues. Everything was fine. I wish they'd take less than 2 years in between seasons.
Yeah, they
For
can't,
the love.
They can't do that. They're gonna. They can't. It's impossible.
That show has so much going on technically.
It does.
People need to understand when you're dealing with that much
I know, and
CGI.
It's hard though. It's like I wish they would have gone ahead and done a full season and been already halfway through the second season before they even released the first season. So then within a year, they could have released the second season and already been into the third.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You would like
I know
that,
there's money
but
involved.
unfortunately,
Or in
you've
stuff
got
like
to
that.
see how it's going to go.
Yeah.
When you think about that, when you're sitting down and you're planning a show like that, you got to know that's going to be super expensive and take a lot of time. Then just dial it back and make a great 3-hour movie.
That's true,
and you
too.
can make a ton of money, and then you take your time on it, you get it right, and then throw it out there, make your hundreds of millions, and be done.
Well, look at Walking Dead. They're making
Yeah.
the Rick Grimes movies. Now we're guaranteed one.
Yep.
If that does well in the box office, they've planned for 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
But if it doesn't do, I'm guessing at least 100 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see 2 and 3.
What did Endgames end up doing this last weekend?
It finally beat Avatar.
I saw where James Cameron came out and congratulated them,
That's huge.
which I thought that's the right thing to do. You know, he had his 20 years of being king of the world.
Which when's Avatar 2 coming out, by the
Still
way?
king of the world with Avatar. I know that's
I
another
want
one
to
I want to see
say
too.
somebody said 2022 or 2023.
It seems so far away.
I mean, yeah, and
Yeah.
they made so much money.
It seems far away with Top Gun.
Right.
That's coming out next year, and we're looking at the trailer.
Yeah, Top Gun 2, then
I
that's
heard
been
that.
25 years. So I guess
I
12
wasn't
isn't that big of a
even
deal.
paying attention to the screen. I just had it on,
Yeah.
and I heard that bong, and my head like
Yeah,
whipped
what?
around,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
I got the goosies watching that trailer.
right.
They said, "Oh, in the Top Gun
No
trailer,
pun intended, goosey.
Goosies. He put his jacket back on,
And
and it's not the same.
Yeah.
They took off the Chinese. It was a Taiwanese and Japanese insignias on the back because there's a Chinese company that Tencent Productions that's involved in this movie.
The money.
Oh.
Their production. Yeah. So it's like, okay, those patches, those are coming off. We're going to put something else on there. But then somebody caught it. That's the thing. There's one scene where they show him putting it
Right.
on and he turns around and they had to freeze it right there because it's a little
Look
bit.
at the patches.
Look at the patches. They're not the same as the old.
Gosh.
Somebody caught it. That's amazing that somebody did, but that's why they changed it.
It's kind of like people catching the Starbucks cup.
Yes.
in Game of Thrones. It's like, how in the hell do you... I was more paying attention to what was going on
Didn't
in
even
the
see
scene.
Right.
Not
And
on the
it's something that
table.
you see on a daily basis. Your mind doesn't pick that up.
That's
Right.
true too.
Yeah, you don't even think about
You're
it.
not, and you think you're immersed in the timepiece, it being a period piece. The same with the water bottle. It's like, who is...
But it makes
Who
sense in your
notices
brain.
this?
Right.
I feel like, how much am I missing?
Right. I missed a ton.
Exactly. All right. So is there anything that we didn't hit on yet that you wanted
Edward
to?
Furlong,
Yes.
who played John Connor in the second Terminator
Right.
movie, will be back for the new Terminator movie.
Oh,
playing
wow.
John Connor.
Now
That's interesting.
who's going to be Terminator?
This is where it gets confusing because Schwarzenegger is back.
I'd heard that he was going to come back, and I was like,
Linda
I'm
Hamilton
back.
is back.
Yeah.
I
but
like her.
Saw that.
Gabriel Luna, who
Yes.
played Ghost Rider on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., is playing a Terminator.
Okay.
So, but James
Oh.
Cameron has said throughout everything after Terminator 2, none of that happened. This is a direct sequel to Terminator 2.
right.
So we're doing the whole sequel reallocation like Star Wars did. We did
Right.
the theory, then this goes back here, and then shuffle this over there.
This is the judge saying, jury, you need to disregard that previous remark.
Which they never
But I
can.
already heard
Right?
it.
I can't disregard.
I can't disregard. Okay. Anything else you want to drop on us?
So, Lin-Manuel Miranda
Yes.
and James McAvoy are doing a show on HBO called His Dark Materials,
Okay.
which is, do you remember the movie The Golden Compass with Nicole Kidman?
I do.
Okay. Those books, this
Okay.
is that series.
Okay. All right.
That looked amazing from the trailer.
Those are both phenomenal actors too. So
and we
they'd
got
be
the
attached to
polar
good things.
bears in the armor back. So
Oh my
I'm
God.
like,
okay. Well,
you remember what an uproar that caused.
There's the nerd right there.
I
That was the
gonna
nerd
say,
in her.
I don't know what any of that means.
I love it. She's
Ama-
speaking somebody's language, so
She
you know
is.
that. Okay.
Right. Amazon Prime
Yes.
has a new show with Orlando Bloom and Carla Delevingne called Carnival Row. It's a fantasy-looking show that deals...
What was
It-
the other
it-
one that they used to have that was on that was kind of like that? It wasn't Amazon Prime though, but it was a carnival type. Was it called Carnival? Carnival?
I don't know.
That
I
was-
think HBO.
HBO had one.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Kind of along that period.
Well, this
that-
is
that
set
line.
like... It looks... I don't think it's set on Earth, but it looks like the early 20s
Okay.
on Earth in that time period. So it looks
Okay.
interesting.
Because the other one was like in the 1800s or something.
Right.
Something like that. Okay. All right.
Brandon Routh, who was Superman in
yes.
the 90s.
Yes.
And now plays on Legends of Tomorrow on the CW,
Don't watch that. Okay.
will be suiting up as Superman in the CW crossover this
Oh my
season.
God.
So
Okay.
we will have two Supermans.
Is that Superman's?
Superman? I don't know. Super people?
Super
yeah, if you're in
people.
Berkeley, it's super
It's super
it's kinda-
people.
Hey, Mom, look, here comes Super Person. What a terrible movie that would be. God, I wish.
Will it play in Berkeley? That's going to be the new.
Will it play in Berkeley? Super Person, Spider Person. It's Spider
Aqua Person.
Bird Person. I'm gonna write that down. Will it play in Berkeley?
Will it play in Berkeley?
There you go.
Awesome.
Arrow and Supernatural both have their final seasons this year,
Right.
both starting in the second week of October.
Okay.
Hulu is doing Looking for Alaska from the author of The Fault in Our Stars, John Green. Ghost Rider will be on there. Nickelodeon is releasing a new show called Blues Clues and You in
Nice.
November.
Get Blue's
And
Clues back.
We have a new Steve. Of course,
Well, the
it's-
other Steve, there was Scandal.
And some meth. And hookers, I think.
but they have a younger guy in it. The trailer looked really
Okay.
good.
Very good. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Gigi.
Oh, anytime.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
we
think
appreciate it.
I think we got
always
everything covered.
available. Yeah, and
All right.
if you guys want, I have release dates for almost every show, including stuff like Dancing with the Stars.
You know what you
And
should do?
I
Put
will
together
type them up
Yes.
so you can put them on the website.
do.
It's awesome.
Put them together. Send them to me, and we'll get it posted.
Thanks,
Awesome.
Gigi.
Thank
No
you.
problem.
There you go. Comicon 2019 and then some.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Parkville Media Production.